Welcome everyone to the MavonX desk. I am Alan Hordoan, your host for tonight. And today we're gonna do a couple things, right? Number one, we're gonna go talk about the Guinness World Record. Number two, we're gonna go talk about sin number 3, which is the inner box shuffle. I got a cool demo for you guys to show. And lastly, because this is a Sudoku channel, I'm gonna solve a puzzle on easy towards the end. So first of all, let's start with the Guinness World Record. I haven't received anything back from Guinness. I was expecting to receive something back this week. If I don't receive something in the next episode, I will submit a new query. Now, one of the things I wanted to share with you guys is what is this ridiculous book that I built that I submitted to Guinness World Record. So, for your attention, this is it. The definitive Sudoku collection. 90,970 puzzles. Now you're wondering what's inside the book. Lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, I have an overhead camera and it's set up right now so we can actually look inside the book. So let's go. We're inside the book now. And as you can see, I am zoomed in and we're looking at puzzle 39,765. Now I'm gonna put a pen. See, this is the pen for shape, right? It's a nominal pen. We're gonna go in and see how does a pen look relative to these puzzles, right? And there it is. That's a pen. So if you can write really small, you can do these. But the whole point of the puzzle book is to be a gimmick, right? So, like I said, this is my submission. It is 828 pages full of this. This is for the Sudoku person in your life that loves Sudoku. And also, this book comes with the MavonX guarantee. Always fresh, never repeated. Every puzzle in here is not repeated. Cool. Now let's switch over to sin number 3, which is the inner box shuffle. So as you guys can see right here is I've built an overhead for us to look at. That is the inner box shuffle. In order to make this a little more visually appealing, I have color coded this, right? So we have red, green, and blue. The inner box shuffle, basically what it does, it allows you to switch the rows, row 1, 2, and 3 in a shuffle, and it looks like a new puzzle. You can choose row 4, 5, and 6, and you can switch a new puzzle. So you can switch in the inner box shuffle. You can switch any row within a box row, and a box row is essentially, this is a box 9 by 9. That's a box row. That's allow you. So the reason I color coded it is to show you how it works. Now what I also did is we're going to do arts and crafts now. So now through some magical video editing, so I set this up, I edited it all out, is I've taken the same puzzles, but what I've done is I cut them up in rows. And I'm going to do the inner box shuffle live with you, right? So inner box shuffle is when you rotate any of the same colors together, right? So row 1, 2, or 3. So, right, that looks like a new puzzle, doesn't it? But it's actually the same puzzle. Now we could go even more, right? So the power of this shuffle is that you basically have 3 factorial per row of how many different combinations you could do. So you could do 6 combinations, right? So and I just did right, I just did a couple, but we could do another one, right? I could do row 3, 2, 1, right? And when you do this, the actual puzzle changing hasn't changed. Like how you would come with the solutions, how you come up, you would actually go through the same process. Now, here's what's really devious about this one is that I did it to the box row number 1. I could do different combination box row number 3. And as long as I keep these in the same avenue, it's a different box. And that's why I call it inner box shuffle. And we can do it again, right? Row box 3. So here's why this one's very nasty. So each box, you have 3 factorial combination, right? And then also what you have is because you have 3 boxes, it's times 3. So that 3 factorial 6 times 3 is 18. Using this trick, they could create 18 different puzzles that are identical, that have the same base puzzle. And it's not that it's like, oh, if this results in a different solving experience, I would say it's valid, but it doesn't resolve into a different solving experience because you're gonna find the numbers in the same order, the same things, but like you just don't realize it, right? So that's the inner box row shuffle. Now, as with all my other videos, is I actually created a short of this also that I did this some time ago, that we can watch together. So this is doing something really similar to this, but again, the power of this cheat is that you can do these different. So again, that wraps up the inner box row shuffle. Now we're gonna go proceed into Alan solving a Sudoku puzzle, because that's what we're here on this channel to do, is to see Alan struggle at solving Sudoku. So tonight, what we have for our entertainment is Alan struggling with an easy puzzle, which is the July 25th one. I'm recording this on the eve of Friday Eve to Saturday. Let's just start, and I'll be talking about what I do next week. So I'll be honest, I almost didn't record tonight's episode, and the reason I didn't record tonight's episode, today was extremely busy. I had a very busy day at work, and I was actually sitting here wondering if I should record it or not, but here it is. I did record it. I hope the experience for the people online is good. I hope that people, through the examples of the inner box row shuffle, and especially with how I did it on the overhead, that people, actually learn and can go do this. Well, what's nice about that also is that what's nice about that also, let me just check. Again, I'm doing this live, and when I do this, I make mistakes. What's nice about this is that, you can use these, like these other publishers use these tricks in a way that get a little more comfortable, in a way to cheat, right? Because like they're not spending the energy to make good puzzles. They're not spending the energy to go say, hey, I think this is the best for a user experience. For me, it's a lot about the user experience. When I did this, I really wanted to have quality, and I've never thought before I got into this, what does quality mean, right? It's an interesting concept to think about, like what does quality mean in puzzle making? So this is my version of quality. This is what I discovered, and thank you for listening in. So now we're stuck a little. There's no easy ones, but looking at this right here, I already see the answer. And this one has to be a 1, right? So the basic rule in Sudoku, especially for easy, is every row, every column has to have every number, right? If we look here in all the clues, the only clue in this column that has a 1 is one at the bottom, so it has to be a 1, right? So let's just check. I got it right. Okay. 8. Let's see here. Let's go. There's nothing. There's not. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. There's a 2. There's an 8. So, next week, we're going to talk about is the inner column shuffle. And if you guys saw this one, the inner column shuffle makes a lot of sense, because you'd be like, oh, it's kind of self-explanatory. When I named these so that someone can like intuitively know what these are. One of the things that I'm really interested is, like, I would really like it if like people went to all these other puzzles books and found out like how bad the problem was out there, right? So we know which puzzle makers are good and which puzzle makers are bad. After Sin 4, which would be the inner column shuffle, we're gonna do the column box shuffle and the row box shuffle. And those I may combine into one episode. I'm thinking, because they're very similar and it runs on the same logic. Let's see here. I wonder if how much people get enjoyment out of seeing me struggle. That's good. 3, 2, 9. Okay, 3, 7, 9. So one of the things that I found out, and when I filmed the very first one of these it didn't occur to me that I could post-edit things. So I really try to get things down in one shot. And There's been a couple of times, even tonight. Look at that, completed in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. There's been a couple of times tonight where I screwed up and I actually stopped myself and picked up again and started over because I could edit it out. It didn't occur to me, but as we go, we learn. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, and you guys have a good weekend, and see you next week.